Alright, what's up, guys? So, Howard the Duck is someone that took to rank 3, and he's pretty good. His main issue is just that he doesn't crit. Like, you see those random 30k hits, and the rest are like really low. He can crit, but it's not a great rate, I guess. So, the reason I'm making this video is to show how good he is in the crit meta, because all your hits are crits. And honestly, some people say that his ramp up takes too long, but then you'll see these same people using Starkey who, to get to 10 poise takes a little bit of time as well. You have to dex 10 times and all that. So yeah, I don't really get the comparison. And personally, I think he's better than Starkey outside of the matchups where you don't need to intercept, because obviously Starkey is better for those. But yeah, now I'm gonna showcase some Battlegrounds matches where he full crits. So first you have this Dust, and you really just want to parry her, the one that's not non-contact, and just mash to build your Furies. Do not use the auto mash, because honestly it's not good at all. It's not worth it. I like to build like depending on how hard the opponent is. So like 30 is usually safe for most defenders, I want to say, but sometimes I'd build to like 40 if I want to or need to, because if you build more than enough Furies than you need to, then you honestly don't need to like parry later. You also don't need to bait a special like how I'm doing here. Like, look at all that damage and plenty of overkill. It's a rank 3 dupe Dust Sig 60, I think. And then this we have a Serpent. I know that he's not good for Serpent, obviously, because it's Serpent, but he did get the fight down, so I wanted to showcase it anyways. I think the main issue with this fight is just that you get cornered way too quickly because of the inexorable or whatever it's called. During your mash, you get like around 4 Furies or something. I think like 3 to 4, depending on how good you tap. I'm not that great at tapping it, so I think I get like 3-ish or 4. You do want to mash with the heavies in most matchups, but some matchups like Dust, where you're not able to get very reliable parries, and Serpent, where you don't want to give him too much power, I don't do the heavy. I just ramp with my parries and mash. So yeah, here is where I got cornered, like I said earlier, and I could have like played this a little bit better. Yeah, it wasn't just a really good AI, I guess. It was decent, but could be much better. Like here, he's playing into the intercept, so that's good. I think I saved my relic for when he's on the immortality, because he's just gonna spam his L2s. And getting an intercept window is really hard to do in this like stage. I haven't really seen anyone counter him well, outside of like Sunspot and Chavez and Sassy if you get decent enough match. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, I would say. It's not like mega ideal or anything. And basic hits, and I think he doesn't KO there, even though he's red, but it doesn't really matter because like I said, he's not really someone you'd use for him. It's just interesting to think about. And then we have the Enchantress. So obviously Enchantress is new. She's super meta. Yeah, I just mash for Mystics at a higher than I need to, because if you start dropping, then they're gonna gain too much power, and you'll likely just either L3 and they'll be out, So ramp more than you need to, that way you can KO without baiting any specials and just use the relic, and the relic alone hits very hard, so there's that. I got hit a little bit, but like it's fine. It doesn't really matter. Like, see that 35, and yeah, she's like, I didn't have to use a special, see? And then we have Red Skull. This one is also a fairly easy match, but he has 10% chance per armor to fail your stuns, and I think I got caught later on where He had 1 armor and I went for heavy because I thought it would land, but it didn't. And yeah, the annoying part is just getting your first parry in. Once you get it in and you can armor break all his armors, and from there he doesn't do anything. Like even in a general meta, I think he would be good, because Red Skull's main thing is armor, so if they're all broken, then he won't do too much. I didn't get a great opportunity to ramp my Furies themselves, like with the mash. And here, I don't know how I missed that parry, but I did. And again, this is not to showcase like my skill, because obviously I'm not playing well here. It's to show how good Duck can be. And yeah, here I get push red, which don't worry, getting push red is not a bad thing, because when you push red and you toss your L3, the opponent is stunned, so you get like a good window to use your big combos, your relic, all that. I don't think I used a single special here just because I thought it would be faster to use combos. And yeah, when you play this better or you get like the parries, then it's about 40 seconds. So yeah, just want to include it. And then Rintrah is another mystic. So with the way Rintrah works, his neutralize and all that, you want to build your kill Furies before. I like to call them kill Furies because it's gonna kill, like, you know, the you won't need to ramp or anything or bait any specials, you just know it's gonna KO. So yeah, I baited like ton of Furies, I think maybe even too many, but like I don't care. And like I said earlier, it's not slow if you think about it, because compared to Starkey, right? Starkey is one of the most dominant and favorite champs that people have. You have to dex 10 times to build your poise, right? And each Fury is giving you, each parry is giving you 4-ish Furies. So if you want to get to 40 Furies, you just need to parry that many times, the same as you would dex for Starkey. So yeah, I don't think he's slow by any means. And here he's not giving me a single intercept, and then he finally does. And I don't know if I tossed the L2 or not, but yeah, I didn't use that single special. Yeah, that should go to show how good he is. And then we have Bullseye, and I did the same thing with the kill shot Furies, like building enough to where you know it will KO. And I think I used the relic to push him over his 1 bar. I don't remember how I did this, but since it's on the video, it must have been a decent cook. And most of the fights in this are either using parry and heavy to mash, or just parries and building your kill Furies. Yeah, I'll come back and comment on the other videos if they need to, but it's pretty much repetitive, saying the same thing. So yeah, I'll be back in the end. Yeah, as you can see, I didn't even bait any specials, and I had plenty of overkill. I was supposed to do another medium before the relic, so I could do medium into L2, but yeah, as you can see, he's very, very good. This match was in the circuit, and I was like, oh, I lost this, but I ended up winning. You have to build enough Furies to where you will KO, and you do need him to enter Wrath at some point, and he's slowly building his charges, so while he builds his charges, you build yours, and you want to save your relic to the end as well. I think I hit him once just to move him back because he was getting too close and I don't want to be cornered. Yeah, that same thing I'm doing again. I hate being cornered, honestly, with Duck at least. Like other champs, I'm more comfortable. Like up to now, I have done 0 damage, but now that I have 45 Furies and he's in Wrath, I can start attacking. I get a nice intercept. I don't know if I L2 or not, or if I just bait the heavy. Yeah, I don't know what I did. Okay, so I did that. Toss L2 with like 1 or 2 crits, which is not a lot. Here he doesn't use the L3, which is obviously very nice, but it's not like, the damage is still there. The only difference would have been like I had to do another intercept or another 10-15 seconds. So yeah, I did get a little bit lucky, but I think we all do it sometimes. So yeah, and then Warlock, he's obviously not like super meta, but with his armor, you can't really defeat him on defense super fast with most champs because your specials won't crit. But with Duck, it's not an issue. And then for Sinister, you want to make sure that you have your L1s here, not your L2s. And when you throw the L1, you want to tap so you could mash more and get the heal blocks that expire one at a time. Like all his buffs and debuffs will expire one at a time, which is really good. I usually like to bait his L2, I think, but for some reason I didn't. Oh yeah, because if he tosses L1 again, I'll degen. So here I thought I landed parry, but I didn't, even though he had 1 armor, which is 10% chance to fail it. Kind of annoying, but it happened, so yeah, I just moved on. And once the auto block is done, I can intercept, and he will be like, you know, KO'd. I didn't have to use a special like earlier. Very good. In a general meta, Howard is going to be pretty decent, but not nearly as good as Crit Me, because his like full crits is 30-40k per each hit, which is, when you add it up, is ridiculous damage, which makes up for his ramp up, just like Starkey, except it's like, I would say triple of his damage realistically. Yeah, I hope people don't get offended by the Starkey comparisons. It's just to show perspective. Like, when you have Starkey, you have to dex 10 times, build your poise, and him, you have to parry around 10 times and build your Art Furies for pretty good results. So yeah, outside of Crit Me, he will still be my deck, but he won't be like a top 5 champ for me. And I picked him over like War because my Lance requested it, and I like to help out. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you have a good one, and leave any questions or comments. Questions in the comments. Have a nice day.